I think there are only three things America will be known for 2,000 years from now when they study this civilization: the Constitution, jazz music, and baseball. The first professional baseball team was founded in 1869, but the game of baseball had been around long before then, even before the Civil War. That's base-ball. 2 words, one completely different game. In 1858, farmers, millers, and field workers gathered to play according to the highest standards of sportsmanship. It was a gentleman's game. Baseball, in its purest original form, died out during the turmoil of the Civil War and for many years was forgotten, until 140 years later. There are over 100 vintage baseball teams across the United States today. Instead of farmers and millers, lawyers and engineers gathered together for one purpose: to keep alive the spirit of the Lost Pastime.
As always, we will be playing by the rules of 1858. No sliding, no stealing, no spitting. Otherwise, a 25-cent fine will be levied against that individual.
This is what vintage baseball is all about. Exciting. Yeah.
I will, sir. Hip, hip. Huzzah! Hip, huzzah! Hip, huzzah! All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the home of your beloved Rangers.
Vintage baseball is just, it's baseball. I mean, come on. You know, it's the past, it's the American pastime.
We often forget the humble origins of games like baseball, which began in small towns across America. The games were as much a theatrical performance as they were sport. Teams, or front nines as they were known, traveled from town to town, and like any good traveling show, a cast of vibrant characters was always at hand.
Huckleberry Miller. Ritz Miller.
Chickling Miller.
Godfather Miller.
Plowboy Miller.
Succotash Miller.
Thomas Francis Patrick Aloysius Lambright.
Usually you earn a nickname, whatever that nickname might be, or you just, you make up your own. So.
That's why I chose Rusty, mainly because I knew that was my playing style.
My first nickname was Too Tall, my second nickname is Convict, so the police kept visiting me, and so that's...
I do. My name is Waddy 2 Bits. It's actually a play on words. If you turn it around, it's 2-bit Waddy.
I earned mine.
All right. I cannot be oblivious to this chicanery. 25-cent fine.
The umpire, also known as the judge or arbiter, was a dignified member of the town, usually the sheriff or mayor. In some cases, he was even the owner of the team, having little tolerance for any lack of gentlemanly conduct. Players were fined a day's wages, 25 cents back in 1858, for spitting, sliding, or swearing.
Maybe he had a bug in his mouth. What if he had a bug in his mouth?
Obviously, the arbiter needs more libation.
Much like his feet.
There's a Canadian one.
Why don't you just give it all to me?
That's close enough.
So what do I owe you, sir?
Well, I don't know. For being late and everything, it might be $1.50.
Oh, here's Q. These are the next 2 times that you win.
Save them. You'll need them for later on in the match.
No, he's there for the next time.
No, for the next time, for what you're already thinking?
I do believe you owe an apology to your girlfriend, Donna, wouldn't you, sir?
I agree.
Sorry for not being here, baby.
Gentlemen and women in 1858 were expected to dress, speak, and behave in a proper manner at all times, including any cranks or fans that came out to watch the matches. Even the lowliest vendor was expected to be courteous.
Sarsaparilla! Slightly warm, sir! Sarsaparilla!
I sell sarsaparilla for the team at $1.25 a bottle or 4 for $5.
We get 300, sometimes 400 people, on a good day. It's free, just like it was back in 1858. The people come out here to have a good time after church. They bring a picnic basket, and it's like having a picnic and watching a free baseball game. Yeah.
There are hundreds of vintage baseball teams across the country. But there's one thing that makes the grinder special, and that's the cranks. So we've never done this before. If any grinder cranks would like to come out here, because we aren't the ones who are on the reason we're here. It's for you. So come on out, any grinder fans, come on, out of your seats. Come on.
The Civil War brought about many changes in its aftermath, and baseball was no exception. Professional baseball leagues soon started, and instead of focusing on sportsmanship, the spotlight shifted to statistics, records, and salaries.
I haven't played ball since I was in Little League. And I saw these guys, and the first time I stepped up at practice, it was like you said, you're 10 years old again, and you're with Tommy and Frank and Joe from down the block over at the Sandlot and playing. Kids today I think don't have that because, excuse me. Everything's too organized for them. When we used to play, it was all unorganized, and you might say this is disorganized, but it. Yeah, watch your head. It's just a lot of fun. Like I said, it takes me back to the days of my youth.
Well, let's hear it for the cranks and for our worthy adversaries. 3 huzzahs. Hip, hip, huzzah! Hip, hip, huzzah! Hip, hip, huzzah!
Come on, Birdman, strike well.
Of course, as you could tell, you can't just say that guy's out, that guy's out. You have to. We do it all in appropriate language.
Sally, my ace, please. Lightning.
Like it, like it. Oh, that was a tough deal there.
Stay! Go! Go! Don't go! Like it!
The young people nowadays aren't used to that spirit of gentility, mutual respect, courtesy. They take a lot of that for granted, and when we teach them about the game and how gentlemanly and ladylike the game was, they're a little bit surprised by that, but they enjoy it. They really respond to it. So there's a timelessness about the game and about the character of the game that will never die.
You're one of our most beloved adversaries, and I would like to take a moment to remember Wayne Bull, the spryest septuagenarian behind the plate that I've ever seen. He passed away, I think, June 23rd or something like that, June 17th. Not long after we played you guys up there, and I didn't know he had gone home so quickly, but if we just a moment of silence for him. Thank you.
Today is the final game of our season.
Thanks for a good season, Gene.
Yeah. See you next year.
Always appreciate your company.
You too.
Take it easy, buddy.
Okay, doke.
We're all very privileged to being a part of this because this is like a social club. This is, to be able to play baseball and to be able to have friendships and, to be able to see the people and make some people happy and smile. There's always that saying there, if you can make one person laugh or smile a day, it's a good day. Well, we get a lot of days just in one day, so.
Baseball historian Lawrence Ritter once said, "The strongest thing that baseball has going for it today are its yesterdays." In other words, it is necessary for the past to be kept alive in order to appreciate the present. Baseball stands for so much more: community, camaraderie, sportsmanship. While the game may be lost throughout time, its principles and values will surely live forever.
A baseball club can oft be seen with a handle for each member. We play our game in fields of green from May until October. We play with barns in center field and with trees all over the grounds. We play our game with nerves of steel. Today we're Nepenthe bound. Huzzah, huzzah, raise your glass for the national game. Raise your toast for the Salmon Baseball Club, the Millers the same.
Back in the days of my childhood, in the evening when everything was still, I used to sit and listen to the foxhounds with my dad in those old Kentucky hills. I'm on my way back to your home. The road winds on up the hill, but there's no light in the window that shined long ago where I live. Soon my childhood days were over. I had to leave my old home, for Mom and Dad were gone to heaven. I was left in this world all alone. I'm on my way back to your home. The road winds on up the hill, but there's no light in the window that shined long ago where I live. High in the hills, old Kentucky stands fond a spot in my